Hi everyone, I am Michelle with YogiApproved.com. Today I will be bringing you a beginner yoga flow. So this class is great if you're brand new to yoga. We're going to really slow it down and take our time here. Or if you're a seasoned yogi, I invite you to take this class as well to come back to the basics and come back to the breath. All you'll need today are 2 yoga blocks and a strap. If you don't have a strap, that's fine. Just grab a belt or a really long towel and that will work as well. So whenever you're ready, meet me on your mat. So to begin our class, we will start reclined on our backs. So go ahead and grab your 2 yoga blocks, and we'll frame our hips with them right on the side of the mat. That way they're handy for just a second. Come all the way down onto the back. Hug those knees in towards the chest. You can take the fingers on top of the shin or right below the kneecap. On your exhale, go ahead and release that low back onto the ground. Relax the shoulders onto the mat. And then slightly fire up those biceps. Pull the knees slightly into the chest. Nice. Take one more breath right here. Beautiful. Release those biceps. Take a big inhale, release the knees, and then one more exhale, pull those knees right back in towards the chest. Beautiful. Go ahead and relax once more. And then from here, we'll start to take some hip circles. So the knees can go in either direction, big circles. We're just warming up the hips here a little bit, massaging that sacrum, connecting to the breath. And then switch directions with your circles. Take the knees to the opposite direction. Nice. One more time. Big hug. Squeeze the knees in toward the body. Maybe this time you can actually grab fingertips slightly. And again, pull the knees in. One more big exhale here. Beautiful. Now, this is when our blocks come into play. We'll come into a Supta Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet are together, the knees come out wide. If our hips are super tight, we just slide the blocks right underneath our knees. Come all the way back, reclined onto the mat. Hands can come wide, palms to the ceiling. On your next exhale, you release everything onto the mat. So get super heavy. Let it go. Gravity helps us out here, so help open up the knees, which in turn opens up your hips. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed. Your next exhale releases the shoulders. Nice. So this is a fantastic pose. This is our reclined Baddha Konasana, our reclined bound angle pose. Opening up the hips, opening up the heart, tapping into the breath. So we'll take about 3 to 5 inhales and exhales here on your own. See if you can really inhale deeply into the belly. Feel it expand up toward the sky. So just deep belly breaths here. This is what you're focusing on. A great opportunity to come back to the breath, to feel where you're holding tension in your body, maybe those larger muscles or maybe those subtle spaces, and releasing them. Connecting the mind, connecting the body, and just notice how you're feeling today. Nice. Wherever you are in your breath work, give yourself one more big inhale, one more big exhale. And after your last exhale, slide the hands down to the thighs. Invite the knees to come back together. Feet can plant onto the earth. Move that right block out of the way as we roll onto the right side body. Hands plant in front of the chest. Press yourself up to a seated pose. This is our easy seated pose, or Sukhasana, or what I like to call crisscross applesauce if you're a mom or a teacher. Sitting up nice and tall. And again, your blocks are here. If this is too much on your hips or your knees, you can always take the block underneath the hips. Sitting up tall, taking that big exhale to relax the shoulders. Ground those hips down towards the earth. Nice. Then we'll grab our strap. So opening up the strap, we'll just come end to end here. So folding it in half. Then you want to grab the strap a little bit wider than your shoulders. So if you need to make this a little bit longer because your shoulders are larger than mine, that's fine. Whatever works for you. Taking the grasp here. And again, the hands are a little bit wider. We'll take those arms all the way up. Holding here. This might be enough for you to come into a shoulder opener. If not, maybe you come back just a little bit more, but keep that awareness on the core. So draw the belly in. Nice. And then we'll just keep doing that. Coming down. Big inhale, come up. Find that edge. Exhale. One more time. Take it down. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale, take it down. Beautiful. Coming back into that foundation here. So the hips are grounded down. The core is nice active, sitting up nice and tall. We'll inhale those arms all the way up again with a strap. And then on our exhale, this time we come into a side body stretch. So opening up that left side body, gaze and come past that left tricep up towards the sky. One more breath. Nice. Take it up. Center here. Relax the shoulders. Find that core. And then inhale, sit up nice and tall. Create space in your spine. Exhale, take that hinge to the left. Gaze past the right tricep. Try to really press through the right rib cage so you're expanding that right side body, but keeping that right hip grounded into the earth. Inhale, come back up to center. Nice. Maybe one more time. Take a little back bend on your exhale. Continue to open up the chest and the shoulders. Beautiful. Slowly come back down. Nice job. We'll just move that strap out of the way, coming right into tabletop pose. So tabletop pose is a great foundational posture to really work on building that bone-on-bone alignment. So you want the shoulders over the wrist, hips are over the knees, hands are about shoulder distance, your feet can be flat, or you can tuck the toes. That's yogi's choice. Open up your fingers nice and wide, and then make sure you're pressing down into those fingertips. Or you can press down into the thumb and index finger just to take the pressure off of your wrist. So once you have that foundation built, we take our awareness to our core. So notice if you've relaxed your core and you're kind of just sitting in your low back and your belly is draping down towards the earth, we want to activate the core, protecting the low spine. So we draw the belly in, slightly tucking here. Feel that scooping action as you draw the belly in, activating the core. Then once you have that, take your awareness to your shoulders. So notice if the shoulder blades are coming closer together, the chest is coming down towards the ground, we want to activate the shoulders. So press the floor away from you. You feel what's called a protraction happen in your shoulders. So the shoulder blades come across the back body and away from each other. Nice. So we'll come back to the core. We found that. We found our shoulders. Our fingertips are super active. This might look easy, but it's not. We're warming up the shoulders. We're finding that awareness, that connection with the mind and body. One more big breath here. Nice. Giving ourselves a little break, we're going to press the hips back into what we call child's pose. The knees can be wide or close together, however your hips feel today. Reach the fingertips slightly forward, coming down. Maybe the head comes all the way down to the earth, maybe it doesn't. We'll take one breath here. Beautiful. Come back right to tabletop pose. Again, shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. Now, coming back to that connection, find your core, draw the belly in, push the floor away from you, activate your shoulders. Stay here, continuing to work this. If you want to add on just a little bit more, I invite you to extend that right leg back. Toes touch the ground, but if you do take this variation, notice if you drop the belly or drop the shoulders. So draw it all in. Take one more breath. Beautiful. Right knee comes back down to tabletop pose if you extended it back. And we'll go straight to that left side. So left leg extends back. Plant those left toes. Draw the belly in. Push the floor away from you. Think of reaching the crown of the head forward, getting nice and long and strong. Yes. Left knee comes back down. Invite those hips to come back into your child's pose. And from here, we can even take a few wrist circles. So circling out that right wrist. So if you've noticed any sort of discomfort in your wrist, this is just because we're not used to putting so much pressure on our wrist as beginners. So feel free to show the wrist some love. Give them a little circles anytime you need to throughout your practice as they start to get stronger as you continue your yoga practice. One more exhale in your child's pose, letting it all release onto the mat. Nice. So coming back into that tabletop pose. Coming into our next flow, go ahead and grab one of your blocks again. Place it back on the right side of the mat. Come back into that tabletop pose. So once you have that active core, active shoulders, go ahead and extend your right leg off of your yoga mat. Foot is flat on the ground. You can open up your toes slightly if that feels better with your hip, but just make sure it's not open too wide. So once you have your leg extended and you feel good, walk the hands back closer to the midline, slowly make your way up, hips on top of the knees, shoulders on top of the hips. Take a big breath, arms overhead, inhale. Nice. Then we'll take that right hand down toward the right leg. Option to keep it here, connected to your leg, or grab that block. And come onto the tallest height for nice and easy modification. Plant that right hand, then again, lift it up. So the core lifts up your chest. The core extends the spine as you continue to open up that left side body and reach the left hand over towards that right leg. Nice. Now take your awareness to your obliques. So those left obliques on your left side. These are going to bring you up. So take your inhale, lift up that chest to the sky. Nice. Now that left hand comes down either to the block on the left side or to the ground, and the right hand reaches up and over, coming into that right side body stretch. Again, the core is active. Keep lifting up towards the ceiling. Yes. Awareness comes to the right side this time as it takes you back down. Gate pose, right hand to that right block. One more breath right here. Connecting to the core, connecting to the breath. Beautiful. Take it back down. Tabletop pose. Left hand to the mat. Right hand to the mat. Right knee meets your left. Beautiful. So here we'll take a little cat-cow variation. So our cow variations, you take an inhale, you lift up the chest, you drop the belly down towards the ground, and you give your chest an opportunity to open. On your exhale, we take our cat pose. We round the back body. We draw the belly in towards the spine, and we push the floor away from us. So we really round the back, opening up. Beautiful. Come back to that connection in your tabletop pose. Shoulders over wrist, fingers nice and wide. Core is active, shoulders are active. Then let's extend that left leg this time. So the toes might turn out or stay in a little bit differently on this side. It all depends on your hips again. So once you find that, walk the hands back center. Inhale, take those arms all the way up. Hips on top of the knee, shoulders on top of the hips. Exhale, left hand comes down, meets your block, whatever height feels good. I'm gonna take mine all the way to the highest spot, and then reach that right arm up and over again. Beautiful. Slightly push the hips forward. You feel them want to open up a little bit more here. Each exhale, you release those hips, invite them to open. Yes. All right, awareness comes back to that right side body, takes you down to the right. Whatever size block works for you, right hand down, left arm reaches over. Now you're still engaging everything in toward the midline here, so to keep your balance, you still want those inner thighs to be active. Left side body takes you back, left hand down, gate pose to your block. Right arm up and over. Beautiful. One breath here. Keep reaching that heart up towards the sky. Nice. After that last exhale, right hand comes down, left hand comes down, left knee comes back, tabletop pose, and we'll send it back, child's pose, one full breath. Nice. After that last exhale in child's pose, slowly make your way back to tabletop. Nice. All right, so from here, we're gonna work our way into our downward dog, but we're gonna use our blocks for help. So take the blocks to the top of your mat on the lowest height, and they'll be about shoulder distance. So you can see in your tabletop pose, you can put those blocks right in front of your hands. Then slowly walk your way forward, plant those hands on your blocks. You can grip the block or you can take it flat, but you're still activating those fingertips. Tuck the toes, send the hips high. This is your Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog. So settling in here to that upside down V shape, you want your feet to be hip distance. You want your hands to be shoulder distance. And on your exhale, drop those heels down towards the ground. So inviting those heels to relax down towards the earth, with which they don't have to touch the ground. Just each exhale invites them to get heavier and heavier closer to the mat. So what this does is invite your back body to open. So maybe you feel the back of your calves start to lengthen, the hamstrings, all the way up to that low back. Nice. Then take your awareness to your shoulders. We still want the shoulders to be active here. So it's an external rotation. So plug those shoulders in, almost like you're opening up a pickle jar. So those fingertips can actually turn towards the outside of the mat. Nice. Exhale again, relax the head. Gaze back towards the toes. From here, take a few breaths. So again, this posture helps that back body to open. This posture helps you to open up your chest and your shoulders, but it also helps you to gain strength in your shoulders as well. Maybe you shake your head yes. Maybe you shake your head no. Inviting that breath to just melt away anything that needs to be let go here. So any worries or stress, let it all go. Nice. Now, walk your feet a little bit closer together. This can help your balance here for our next transition. On your inhale, the right leg comes up just as high as you'd like, but make sure those toes stay facing down towards the ground of your right foot. Gaze forward. Nice. Now start to shift the weight. Shoulders come over the wrists, and that right foot comes forward for your low lunge. Plant it right underneath the right knee. So you want your right knee to be on top of your right ankle. Hands can stay on your blocks here. Now, if your chest is resting on your thigh, that's okay. We're going to activate our core again, and we're going to lift it away as much as possible. Then reach your chest forward so you're lengthening your spine. Take one breath here. Left foot meets the right. Inhale, take it forward. Exhale, release. Now, on your forward fold, on your exhales, releases, you can bend the knees as much as you need to. Maybe the chest actually rests on the thighs, and you relax the head. So let's try that again. Inhale, halfway lift. So your spine is nice and long. Exhale, fold. Knees are very bent. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the belly in. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. This inhale will come all the way up. So ground down into those feet. Use your legs, use your core. Inhale, come up. Hands come up overhead. Nice and slowly. Gaze up towards the sky. Beautiful. Next inhale, reach the chest up. Grow nice and tall. And on your exhale, cactus those elbows. Lift your chest higher and squeeze those shoulder blades together for a baby back bend here. Very important to keep that core tight. So draw that belly in. Hips can come slightly forward. One more time. We'll extend the arms up. Take a big inhale, arms up. Exhale, take that baby back bend. Feet stay grounded. Lift that heart up just a little bit higher. Keep the spine nice and long when we're bending. Inhale, arms come up. Slowly fold it down. Hands can come together. As you bend the knees, forward fold. Relax the head. Beautiful. Walk those feet back. Downward dog, right where we started. Settle in. Feet hip distance, hands shoulder distance. Shoulders are active, core is active. Relax those heels. Nice. Now take the feet in slightly together. Big inhale, left foot comes up. Left toes stay pointed down towards the ground. So this helps your left hip stay even, so you're not opening up your left hip. So once you have that, gaze forward, slowly start to shift that left leg forward. If that left foot does get stuck on your transition, you can always manhandle it, as I like to call it. Grab that left foot, help it go where it needs to. So again, left knee on top of the ankle. When you're ready, chest comes up, core is active, reach that chest forward. Nice. Now make sure the hips are still square. So left hip can come slightly back, right hip can come slightly forward, and then right foot forward to meet the left for your folds. Again, bend the knees, relax the head, exhale. Halfway lift, spine is long. Exhale, fold. Big breath, take it all the way up. Use your legs, use your core. Reach the chest up towards the sky. This time the palms come together. Exhale, hands come to that heart center. Big toes together. Drop the hips down, bend the knees, chair pose. So for our chair pose, we want to make sure that the weight is in the heels. So if you look down and you can't see your toes right now, you can't see them wiggling, just shift the weight back. Nice. Now squeeze everything into midline. So the knees are together, the inner thighs are together. Yes. Draw the belly in, navel to spine. Now, if your chest is over your thighs, try to lift that heart up towards the sky, almost like eventually you'll be having your shoulders stacked on top of your hips like you're sitting in a chair. This is everyone's favorite posture. Just kidding. But we're going to stay here for 3 breaths, okay? Lift up that heart, activate your core, weights in the heels. Big breath in, big breath out. One more. Beautiful. Next inhale, come all the way up, arms up overhead. Take that forward fold. Exhale, let it go. Nice. Walk those feet back to our down dog. Take that big inhale, big exhale here. Reset the mind, reset the body. Yes, drop the knees down to the earth. Beautiful. Move those blocks off to the side. And we will come back into a reclined position on our yoga mat. So come all the way down onto the back. Option to hug those knees in toward your chest once more. Maybe you notice that this time you can go straight for the fingertips, or even more, even straight for the wrists. Whatever feels good, squeeze those knees in. Nice. From here, left arm extends towards the left side of the room. Right hand comes to the outside of your left knee. As you slowly roll onto your right side body and invite both knees to come off of the mat to the right. Now, if this is too much for you, grab one of your blocks, and you can place the block right underneath that bottom knee. So once you have the block under the knees, so that helps out your hips, activate those feet, protect the knees, and then make sure that left shoulder is down on the ground. That's the important part of this pose. So make any adjustments that you need to invite that left shoulder to be down. And then if your neck is up for it, you can complete the spinal twist by gazing over towards those left fingertips. Nice. Continuing to find your breath. Big part of yoga is always coming back to the breath at any part of our practice. One more big inhale, one more big exhale. Beautiful. Slowly take it back to a neutral spine and neutral hips, drawing those knees back in towards the midline, giving yourself a little hug here. Then plant both feet onto the earth. Feet can be about hip distance. We'll take the right leg up and over that left. And again, toes are active, protect the right knee. This is going to open up your right hip. So from here, we can plant those palms on the ground and just very gently start to invite that right knee away from the body. Again, this is a gentle way to invite that right hip to open. If this is part of your practice to bring that left knee in toward the body, go for it. I'm going to stay right here and enjoy this nice, gentle opener. One more full breath wherever you are. Beautiful. Release that right foot down to the ground. And then use the core, bring the knees back in towards center. Give yourself a little squeeze here. And then we'll take that spinal twist on the left. So taking both knees over towards the left, again rolling onto your left side body. You can place a block underneath the knees again on this side, activating those feet. Extend that right arm long. Invite that right shoulder to come down to the mat. And again, if you'd like, complete the twist, gaze right. That left hand can help those knees to stay grounded onto the block or onto the earth. One more big breath. Beautiful. Take it back center, neutral spine, neutral hips. Take the hands to the shins, give a little squeeze. And then we'll invite that left hip to open. So feet plant again on your mat. Hands can come down by your side, left foot across the right thigh. Left toes super flexed. Relax those hips down into the earth. And then if you'd like, gently start to invite that left knee away from the body. Again, if you would like to take this further and that's part of your practice, please go for it. You can take both hands behind that right thigh and very slowly draw the right knee in toward the body. That would add a lot more intensity to this stretch. So wherever you are, 2 more breaths. Big inhale, fill up your belly. Big exhale, let it go. Nice. 1 more big inhale. And exhale. Left foot comes back down to the ground. Again, activating the core, draw both knees in towards the chest. Nice job. Give yourself that big hug. This time, really make it a hug. So squeeze those knees in towards the chest. Yes. Final Savasana is our last pose of our practice today. Opening up. This is corpse pose. This is also what we like to call yogi nap time. So open up those feet nice and wide. Maybe they come off of your yoga mat. Open up those arms nice and wide. Maybe they come off of your yoga mat. Take up space. You absolutely deserve to take up space here. Nice. Big exhales. Invite your body to melt to the earth. So remember, you're not concreted to this pose. If you need to make any adjustments to help your body fully relax, please do so. So again, finding maybe those larger muscles that need to relax, like we did at the beginning of class, and then making your way towards that subtle space. So maybe the eyes can relax, the forehead, the jaw. Nice, taking it down, the forearms, the fingertips. The hips are heavy, the calves are heavy, toes are relaxed. Beautiful. So our Savasana is our opportunity to connect to the breath, to invite us to completely let go. So if there's anything that you need to let go of, now is the time to do it. Each exhale, invite your body to release. Each exhale is an opportunity to release what no longer serves you, to make space for what you do need. So we'll take a few breaths on our own. Again, if you'd like to find that deep belly breath, go for it. If not, just find that neutral breath. And I invite you to stay here a little bit longer if it feels good. If you're ready to come out of your Shavasana, just bring your awareness back to your breath. Notice where it goes, to the chest or to the belly. And then start to bring your awareness to deepening the breath. So again, maybe you fully fill up the belly and fully release the belly. Start to wiggle fingers. Start to wiggle toes. Roll out the wrist. Roll out the ankles. Just moving those joints. Nice. When you're ready, arms come up and overhead, full body stretch. And from here, bend the knees, plant the feet onto the earth, and roll off to your right side body. You can use your bottom arm, that right bicep, as a pillow. Eyes can stay lower closed. This helps your awareness to stay within. So one more moment here on our yoga mats to invite, again, anything that we would like into the body, into the mind, and anything that we need to release, to be released. And when you're ready, come up to that seated position. So again, that crisscross applesauce, that easy seated pose that we took at the beginning of class. Hands can come to the knees, eyes can remain closed. Big inhale, sit up nice and tall. Big exhale, relax the hips. One more time. Inhale, fill it up. Exhale, release. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Remember, you can come back to this video over and over again to continue to help you build strength in your new yoga practice. Comment below with any questions. I'd love to help you out. And be sure to subscribe to our Yogi Approved YouTube channel for all the latest videos. Have a great day. Namaste.